Okay, so I'm here to give you your personal one-on-one video tutorial about how to do a Hunter Star quilt block. Just for you, because you're my favorite. Okay, ready? So here's the deal. We're making a Hunter Star quilt block. Doesn't matter what size you're making, but we have to pick a hoop. If you are using a square hoop, like an 8-inch or a 6-inch, we're going to hoop different than if you use a rectangular hoop, like a 5-inch by 7-inch, an 8-inch by 12-inch, 9.5 by 14, or 7 by 12-inch. I think that you should use rinse away, tear away stabilizer for this project. It gives the quilt block a firmer hand to it so that when you're putting it together it's real solid. If you use soft and shear something, it's going to be too soft and too wiggly and too stretchy. So rinse away, tear away is your friend. If you're using a square hoop like a 6-inch or an 8-inch, you're going to hoop to try and conserve stabilizer. You could just cut pieces, but if you do that, you're going to waste a lot of stabilizer each time. Instead, we use a technique where we hoop the stabilizer, but we never cut it off the roll. It stays attached the whole time. The key is, with a square hoop, you want to hoop the stabilizer so you have just a little bit poking out from the right side of the hoop, and the whole big roll is hanging off over the edge of the left side of the machine, over the edge of where the hoop hooks on. Okay? So that when that slides on the machine, you slide that on the machine and that whole roll hangs off the edge. You have to have enough extra there so it doesn't get caught, but that roll is just going to live off to the edge. The other trick, if you're using the 6-inch or the 8-inch square hoop, is you're going to move your design all the way to the far right hand side of the hoop. So when you have your design up, once you set it, make sure you move it all the way as far to the right as it'll go. And again, that'll save you some stabilizer. Okay? If you're not using a square hoop, if instead of a square hoop you're using a rectangular hoop, like a 5 by 7, 7 by 12, 6 by 10, you're going to hoop a little different. Same stabilizer, the rinse away, tear away, but now you're going to hoop so that the big roll of stabilizer goes off the back of the hoop. So you hoop so there's just enough stabilizer sticking out the bottom, and then you go the whole way, and then the big roll stays attached. And the big roll is going to go to the back of your machine, to the back of the table. So that just slides on. And then again, the same thing. You have to make sure that that big roll of stabilizer hangs off the back of your machine. The catch with a rectangular hoop is now you want to move your design all the way as close to you as you can. You want it all the way down here, so again, you're not wasting all that stabilizer up there. Once this is done, you'll cut it off and just move the stabilizer forward, and you don't waste all that stabilizer. If you're using a rectangular hoop, you can probably do 2 of the first step of this quilt block at one time. The first step of this quilt block just creates a triangle like that. So you can fit 2 in there, one going this way and another one going that way. And that's what the design I have up on my screen right now. Okay? Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the creation of a 6-inch quilt block, but the construction process is exactly the same, whether it's 6-inch, 5-inch, 9.5-inch, doesn't matter, okay? I'm using black thread because I want you to be able to see where the stitches are going. When I did this for real and did my quilt blocks, I used the same gray sulky thread. Okay, ready? First thing that sews is a general outline of where the block is going to be. So this is where you do, on the second color, you use the skinniest of the strips you cut. So this is the skinniest strip. Doesn't matter which size block you're doing, just pick the skinniest strip that you cut, and you need to lay it so that it perfectly covers the area, that trapezoid area that was just stitched. The more you do this, the better you'll get at not wasting fabric. You can see I've already taken one out of here, so I'm lining it up so I'm not wasting too much. I'm hanging over just a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch at the most, and just set it in place, put your foot down, and stitch your color. This is a stitch that's just going to hold the fabric in place. Now, there are a number of different times that you're going to come in here and trim, and the more you do this, the quicker you'll get at learning times you can skip trimming. For now, I'm just going to show you trimming after every step. So I'm just taking my snips and I'm coming in there and I'm just trimming along the edge right against that fabric and getting rid of the excess. Okay? Now the next thing that's going to stitch is a placement line.